I think it's been a hard transition for us as parents to try to let go, you know, whereas I think for other parents, maybe it's hard for all parents, but for us it's been, you know, it's forcibly telling ourselves, no, you know, he can do this, and we just have to have a little bit of faith. When Benjamin was about 16 and a half, I started just making it like every day. I would spend a certain amount of time doing nothing but research on transitioning to adulthood. I made it my homework. I made it like part of my job. I wanted there to be more of a shift, but there's still stuff that needs to happen, whether it's, you know, coordinating with the Disability Services office at the college, just helping to encourage him. Self-advocacy is still hard for him, so it's something that he's learning and he's getting better at. I'm fortunate enough to be married to a pediatrician, so Benjamin's father's a pediatrician, and so we went to a developmental pediatrician, which a lot of people probably have never heard of unless you have a child with a suspected disability, and they just focus on various types of, you know, whether it's autism or other kinds of disabilities. And so we went in for a consultation and evaluation. She did testing. Of course, at a very young age, it's really, really hard to know for sure. So we were told to monitor the situation. But as a result, by about 11 months, we were already enrolling him in physical therapy, occupational therapy, which I feel fortunate that we were able to do it so young, because it makes a difference the younger you do it. I didn't know anybody else who had a family member on the spectrum, and so it was a lot of learning, and it was very scary because I felt really alone, and I just had this one image of what that was. Now luckily over time, the other really great thing that happened is that I developed a support group of other women who also had children on the spectrum. Some had children that had other conditions, but a lot of them on the spectrum. The culinary arts, what's interesting is an OT that he had when he was, again, about 8, she, very creative occupational therapist who did a lot of the fine motor work by cooking with him in the center, in the occupational center, and she just happened to like to bake in her personal life, and he really loved it. And I have a piece of paper written by him when he was about that age that says, "When I grow up, I want to be a chef." Living on his own, we haven't tackled yet, because he hasn't shown a great interest in doing it right now, and I'm good with that. And there's just so much else for him to learn, you know, learning how to be in a college environment, learning how to be this young adult, learning the transportation system, you know, adding a different housing situation on top of that. It's not something that he needs to do until he's ready to do it. My ultimate goal is for him to be happy, making choices that he feels good about, having friends, a network of friends, staying safe, and choosing a life path that he really wants and goes after it. But Benjamin is who Benjamin is, and he's an amazing young man and has come much further than we ever would have thought he could have, and can't ask for anything more than that.